Hello everyone, welcome to Nelson School online education program. Learn this English grammar for the topic direct and indirect speech. So in this session, today's session, the fairbook exercise number 9 will be solving. That is a mixed sort of exercise with all the usage of pronouns, adverbs or nearness, interrogative statements, imperative statements and exclamatory sentences. What is exercise 9? Put these sentences into indirect speech. The assistant said to the manager, "Do you approve of my suggestions?" So it is interrogative statement, correct? But we'll go according to the stepwise. Set to reporting verb, okay? Because it is interrogation, so it will either change, it will remain if it is WH, so it will remain same. But if it is helping verbs, then you will use if or whether. Now next step is do approve, okay? So do approve, that is a finite. Okay, so do approve is your verb. Fine. So it is simple present tense. The simple present changes to simple past tense. So do approve changes to approved. Okay. Now next thing is third step. The assistant is the speaker, circle it. The manager is the listener. So you have to put a box. Inside the inverted commas, you second person put a box. My first person, circle it. Now then we'll change it. You will change with the second person, change with the listener. So the manager, it is in third person. So do you approve changes to he. Does he approve? Means if he approved. Okay. Now it's my suggestions. So it will speak to the go change with the speaker. So the assistant, again it is in third person. So it is my suggestions changes to his suggestions. Okay. Now it is interrogative statement. So you won't use the conjunction that. Okay. But you will use the conjunction because it is helping verb, so you will use the conjunction if or whether. So the assistant asked the manager if. Now immediately after if or WH you have to bring the pronoun ahead. So it is if he approved of is a preposition that will move with the verb itself. So if he approved of his suggestions and drop down the question mark. Number 2, please don't go away, his wife said to him. So it is an imperative statement because request is there. Fine. So it is said to do not go away. Okay, so we'll change because it is an imperative statement. It begins with the verb. So we also have to use only infinitive to as I've taught you. So do not go will change not to go. Okay, so his wife requested, said to will change to requested because inside the inverted commas we don't have any pronoun. So we won't go for the pronoun. So it is his wife requested him to not to go away. So his wife requested him not to go away. This please, you have to cut this word because of this word only I have used here requested. Okay. Number 3, the saint said, "May God pardon this sinner." So it's an exclamatory sentence because the saint is praying. Okay. So this saint said will change to prayed because there is no pronoun inside the inverted commas. So we won't go for the pronunciation. Now next is may. So may changes to might. Okay. In the verb. Now this nearness is there. This sinner changes to that sinner. Okay. But it is an exclamatory sentence. So you have to use the conjunction that. So it is the saint prayed that. Okay. God might pardon that sinner. Exclamatory statement. You have to change it to assertive statement. Next, the owner of the burning shop said, "Alas, I have been ruined." Again, exclamatory sentences. So it is alas means exclaimed with sorrow. Okay. And then now it's said, fine. So it will change to exclaimed or exclaimed with sorrow. Fine. Then it is have been will change to had been ruined. Now third step, the owner of the burning shop is the speaker. So you have to put a circle. Now inside inverted commas, it is I, first person. Again circle it. This will change with the speaker. Your speaker is in third person. It's an owner. So I have been changes to he had been. Okay. So this is done. So it is the owner of the burning shop exclaimed with sorrow because it's alas you have to cut, and because of this only I have used exclaimed with sorrow as it is an exclamatory sentence that is to be used. So that he had been ruined. Okay. Number 5, take my advice, said the fox to his friends, and cut off your tails. So it is the fox is the speaker, said to is the reporting verb. Okay. His friends is as the listener. Now what did he say? Take my advice. It's an imperative statement. So take is the verb. Okay. And cut is again the verb. So because and is used to join take and cut. So both of them won't change. It will become to take and cut off. Okay. Then The fox is the speaker, circle it. His friend is the listener, put a box. Now inside inverted commas, there are two pronouns, that is my first person circle, your second person box. So first person will change with the speaker, that is the fox. So it will become he. Okay. And then to take my advice changes to take his advice, and your changes, the listener changes with the listener. So second person changes with the listener, so it is his friends. His friends, now it is in third person plural, so you have to use third person plural here. Your tails changes to their tails. Okay. Now the fox told his friends, or the fox advised his friends to take, the fox told his friends, usually because here advice is already used. So it is the fox told his friends to take his advice and cut off their tails. The Queen of Sheba said to King Solomon, "Tell me which of these garlands are made of artificial flowers and which one of real flowers." So it's an interrogative statement. So it is said to is the reporting verb. Okay. Now it is tell me because it begins with the verb only. So it's tell is the verb. So it is to tell, you will change to. Okay. It's just ordering. The queen is ordering to the King Solomon. So you have to put imperative statement over here. You have to consider it imperative because it begins with the verb. Okay. Next is are. So tell changes to tell. Are will change to were made. Are made were changed to were made. Okay. Next thing, the Queen of Sheba is the speaker, circle it. Then the King Solomon is the listener, so you have to put a box. Inside the inverted commas, the pronoun used is me, first person circle. Only one pronoun is used, so this will change with the speaker. Speaker is third person pronoun but female, so you will be using she. Okay, so tell me will change to tell her. So it is the Queen of Sheba asked King Solomon to tell, because it's an interrogative, so you have to use asked. Okay, but then it is ordering, so it is to tell her which of these nearness is there. So those garlands were made of artificial flowers and which one of real flowers, and drop down the interrogative mark. Next, I said to Anshu, "Did you check the price labels when you paid the shopkeeper?" So first we'll solve only this much. So it is said to, okay, and is asking. So it is asked, you will change reporting verb to did check. Simple past will change to the past perfect, that is had checked. Okay. Now next is I is the speaker, circle it. Anshu is the listener, box it. You again second person, so you have to box again. This is you second person, box. So second person changes with the listener. Listener is in third person, boy. So it is did you check will become did he check. When you paid, when he paid. Okay. Now pronoun is done. Now we'll begin it. Because it is an interrogative statement, we'll drop down the question mark and we won't use the conjunction that. But because it begins with did helping verb, so I'll be using the conjunction if or whether. So it is I asked Anshu if. After if, the conjunction, you have to bring the pronoun. So it is if I have consumed it as I have just referred it as Anshu, so it's he I have assumed. So you put it here or you also, or she also, both can be possible. So it is if he had checked. Did check will change to had checked the price labels when he paid the shopkeeper. No, said the Anshu. So you can write Anshu replied that he had not checked. Okay, he had not, because we are using here had checked, so it becomes had not. How can I check all these bills in 10 minutes? Geeta said to the manager. So it is said to, okay, it's interrogative statement, so asked or inquired. Now it is can check changes to could check. Fine. Now in this pronouns will go for Geeta is the speaker, so you have to circle it. The manager is the listener, you have to put a box. Inside the inverted commas, I is the first person pronoun, so you have to circle it, and only I is the pronoun. That will change with the speaker. Speaker is Geeta, third person pronoun, so it becomes she. Okay. Now this is interrogative statement and beginning with WH, so WH will keep it as it is and we won't use the conjunction that. So it is Geeta asked the manager how. After WH, immediately bring the pronoun. So it is how she could check all these nearness will change to those bills in 10 minutes. The mayor said to him angrily, "Do you dare to threaten me?" Again, interrogative statement. Okay. So it is said to do dare. It's simple present, so you'll change it to simple past. So it is only dared. Okay. Next is the mayor is the speaker, circle it, him is the listener, put a box. Now inside the inverted commas, again use second person box, me first person circle. Now first you change this with the listener. Okay, listener is in third person pronoun, so again this will also become third person. Do you dare changes to does he dare. Okay, for now it becomes he dare. Now this me will change with the mayor, that is the speaker. Now again it is in third person pronoun. Threaten me changes to threaten him. So it becomes the mayor asked him, because it's an interrogative statement. As I've told, the mayor asked him angrily, and it is not WH but it is helping verb. So you'll be using if or whether. So it becomes whether or if he. After, again I have told you, after conjunction immediately bring the pronoun. If he dared to threaten him, and drop down the question mark. How beautiful are my horns, but how ugly are my legs, said the stag as he looked at his reflection in the water. So it is said. Okay, now here inside the inverted commas, are will change to were. Again are will change to were. Okay, this we have done. Now the stag is the speaker, so you have to put a circle inside the inverted commas. My horns, again my legs. Fine, so first person will put a circle. Now this will change with the stag. Okay, so it is he, masculine form, so it is he. You will be using his horns and it will become his legs. Okay, now because it is exclamatory sentence, we won't drop down the conjunction that, and we'll be using it. But he's just asking, he's showing how beautiful are my horns. So he's proud of his horns, but at the same time he is not proud of his legs. So you simply write here exclaimed. Okay, because here he is joyful and here he is sad. So you don't write exclaimed with sorrow or exclaimed with joy. We'll simply write he exclaimed. Okay, so as the stag looked at his reflection in the water, he exclaimed that, okay, his horns were beautiful, but his legs were ugly. And exclamatory, as I've told you, you have to change exclamatory sentence to assertive first. So how beautiful are my horns will change to my horns are beautiful. And how ugly are my legs will change to my legs are ugly. So it is as the stag looked at his reflection in the water, he exclaimed that his horns were beautiful but his legs were ugly. Thank you.